Pop Punk Promotions. I'm here with Scott from Lunar Hijack from Birmingham, England. How's it going?
Yeah, good man. How are you?
Doing great. Really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it. So when and how did you guys form?
So the band formed kind of out of COVID, really. I wasn't working, and it was for the first time in a very, very long time where I started writing again, and wrote all these songs during COVID. And my friend, who has a studio in Wales, said, "Just come and record a track." Went and recorded a track. Track was done, and then one day I just thought, I'm going to ask some people if they want to be in a band, and within 24 hours I had a band together, and that was it really. And then we got going, and it's been great ever since.
That's awesome. I'm so used to like there being like such a long process to all that like this is just like completely new, just like it happening overnight. That's sick.
Yeah, I think what was cool was there was no, I didn't feel there was any pressure or expectation, and it was literally like I was writing just because I was enjoying writing again. And I was, do you know what, I was right. I always used to, in my past when I was younger, I used to like write to what I thought people wanted. And it was during COVID when I've, didn't have anything to do like most people. I
Right.
just went, do you know what? I'm going to write for me. I'm going to write what I want. I'm going to write honestly. And it was a really natural, like step by step, like, oh, come record this song. Oh, I'm going to ask people if they want to be in a band. And it was just really step by step. And that's how we've kept it ever since. It's just been like, cool, let's just be present. Let's just enjoy it. And that's what it is. And it's just a lot of fun.
That's sick, man. And that's how it should be. Respect.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. In the past, it hasn't always been like that. I'll be totally honest. But yeah, it just feels different, and it's just really nice to. Sounds really cheesy, but it's true. It's just like we just enjoy each other's company. We enjoy making music, and that's what's great about it.
That's what I'm talking about. So you guys released Space and Time in last July. How's the response been?
Again, I'll be totally honest with you. I mean, the people that have heard it, it's been good. Yeah, people have been really positive about it. But yeah, I mean, compared to I mean, the music industry's changed a lot since I was in a band in the sort of 2000 in bands in the 2000s. Spotify exists and stuff, and when it came to uploading everything and doing social media, I didn't really know what I was doing. It's been a learning process. I know a lot more than I did a couple of years ago. So I hadn't really got much exposure. Like we just put it on Spotify and kind of went, oh, here it is to the world. Whereas with the stuff we're going to release now, there's going to be a lot more, promo going into it. And I'm even on TikTok now, which I always said like, oh, never, I'll never do that. But yeah, to answer your question, the response has been good. But I think it was just lacking the exposure really. But just didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that one, man. So who did you guys record it with, and how was the process?
So we recorded with a guy called Dave Draper who has a studio in Worcestershire. He's worked with a lot of bands, including Ginger from the Wild Hearts, and friends of ours as well called Project Revise. They're a really good band. Make sure you check them out. So yeah, we went into the studio. We'd kind of done all the pre-production and stuff, and I mean the drums got recorded in 2 hours because Carl, who's the drummer in our band, is very experienced. So yeah, we got everything recorded in 2 days. And we were really happy with it. And then we got it mastered with Grant Berry from Fader Mastering, who's done some awesome bands. It was just all very easy. Just all came together really well, and we got the finished product. We were like, had the balance between it sounding, we don't want it sounding too polished, but we want the kind of raw and polished vibe, which I think we got. Yeah, we're really proud of it. Absolutely really proud of it.
You should be, man. It's a good one.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that.
Of course. So you're from Birmingham, England. How's the pop punk scene there? Do you guys have a favorite local band, favorite venue?
Yeah, I mean, the scene in Birmingham is good. I think the only downside sometimes is sometimes with Birmingham's the second city after London, and I think in the same way as the bigger cities, I guess anywhere in the world, sometimes there's a lot of shows on. Sometimes you get shows clashing and stuff. But no, we've got some great pop punk bands and alternative bands in Birmingham. There's a really good. There's some great bands coming out. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned our friends Project Revise. You've got Homecoming UK, Portside, Mistakes Worth Making. I could go on. We'd be here for ages if I just listed all the bands. But yeah, there's a really good scene, really good people, and yeah, it's really I think this is the part that I kind of missed, just the sort of community aspect of music, just being around people, going to shows, having a good time. Like, it's great.
That's awesome. What would you say your favorite venue is there?
My favorite venue, I think off the top of my head, I mean, there's a lot of venues. The one venue in particular that I've always loved, and it's been around for a long time, is a venue called The Flapper, and it's right in the centre, and it's been around for a long time. It's like right by the canal, so it's like an old canal building, and you've got the kind of upstairs bar part, and then you go downstairs into the basement. It's like a proper, like, you feel like proper, like, old school venue. Great sound. I think capacity's like 250. So I'd say The Flapper. Yeah, but there's a lot of great venues. Yeah.
Right on. So who would you say your biggest influences are?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think this is always best when you don't have time to think about it. But my influences go back to like old school Green Day. So you're talking like Insomniac, Nimrod, Dookie, those albums. That's what I really started me writing when I was kind of in my teens. But also more modern stuff as well. Like, I'm really into bands like 4 Year Strong, NoFX, you know, kind of bands like that as well. So bands like Yellow Card too, Rufio, another big influence. So yeah, it's just a combination of like all the bands that I grew up listening to, all the bands that I love, and I don't really, or we as a band, we don't go, no, we need to stick to this and be like that. It's like, it's just do whatever, and like I said, we kind of write for ourselves really, and if people like it, it's great.
So here's a $1 million question for you. If you could
I thought that was the $1 million question.
that was the first one. This is part 2. So if you could tour with one of those bands, which one?
I'd have to say Green Day. I would, just because they've been such an influential part of who, like, me as a musician, and I guess songwriting as well. I think that would just be the ultimate. I mean, don't get me wrong. I toured, you know, I would tour with any of the bands that I listed, but yeah, like, absolutely, yeah. Why do you know? Do you know? Can you make that happen? Do you know someone?
I'll see what I could do. I'll try and work my magic. Right on, man. So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you as a person. I did this with the other bands. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, first one. Okay, so I'm a big Power Rangers guy. So here's another $1 million question. If you could be any of the Power Rangers, which one?
I mean, I'm gonna go with my heart here and just give a really honest answer. There was a Black Ranger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going back to my childhood. Yeah, I got to be the Black Ranger.
Okay, that's a different answer because most people will say Jason, the Red Power Ranger.
Oh, I can't remember their names. But I was gonna say the pink one, just to, but I don't want to be walking around in a pink outfit.
I mean, the pink one would be good because Kimberly was a babe. Like, she was one of my biggest crushes growing up, and I still have a crush on her.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I guess if I was going for an interview and they were like, right, you're going to be a Power Ranger, which one do you want to be? I'd be like, going to be the black one.
Choice. Yeah, I've always liked the black one. So if you could learn another language instantly, which language?
Japanese. Yeah, I tried. I was lucky enough to go to Japan, and I absolutely fell in love with the country. And I thought, came back and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to learn Japanese. And I tried, and it just, it was very difficult to kind of teach yourself. But yeah, straight away, I'd absolutely love to speak that, or Spanish. Like, I'd love to speak Spanish.
Can you say something in Spanish or Japanese?
So I can obviously say the basic stuff in Spanish, like "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" Japanese, "Arigato," which I think is thank you, and also "chimpo," which is the word for something. I don't know if I should say it.
That's sick. I mean, I was just pulling your legs, but that's awesome that you were actually able to say something.
I think it's always nice, like whenever I go to a country, I'll always like learn the word for hello and please and thank you. I think it's just really just courteous, really. If you're in their country, you can at least try.
Yep.
Even if it's just a little word, like one or two words, I think it's really courteous.
Goes a long way.
Yeah.
So if you could go back in time and you could talk to one world leader or person of influence, who would it be?
If I could go back in time and talk to one world leader
or a person of influence,
a person of influence,
dead musicians count.
Oh, right. Okay. I think my mind's going now. I mean, I was thinking political, but now you said, I mean, another big influence for me was like growing up was Nirvana. So I guess speaking to someone like Kurt Cobain would be incredible. But I think I'd get anything from speaking to kind of any, whether it be like Mozart, for example, like people that create. I'm not saying I listen to Mozart. I don't. Right. Although I have been listening to classical music a bit lately. Yeah, just finding out how their mind works and seeing what they're like as a person. Because the people that create this kind of incredible music, they're usually fairly interesting people. But yeah, to answer your question, I'd probably say Kurt Cobain.
Good choice. Can't go wrong with Kurt.
Yeah.
So if you had $1 million and you could donate to any charity, which one?
Does it just have to be one?
You can split it up.
I think what the charity Mind do is really important, and that's very close to my heart. I think homeless charities need to be given more to really solve. I think in 2024 people being homeless is absolutely disgusting. And I'm also going to give a shout out to Uproar Mental Health Foundation as well. It's a charity my friends set up who give free counselling to young people, which is incredible. And young people, especially in the sort of alternative scene as well. But obviously, you don't need to be in the scene to get the counselling. But yeah, just I'd say those three.
Can't go wrong with any of them. Good picks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last question. What are some places in Birmingham that visitors should check out?
Some places in Birmingham. So there's one thing in particular. There's quite a lot of canals going through Birmingham. So there's Black Sabbath Bridge, and on top of that bridge you've got like a bench with all the Black Sabbath band members on it, which is pretty cool. I'd say go to Digbeth. There's some great places in Digbeth. Like there's lots going on, and also my friends as well have this club night called Uproar, which they play like pop punk, emo, alternative music till 4 a.m. So I'd say visit those places for sure.
You'll have to take me to all those places when I get back over there.
Absolutely. Let me know.
I'm trying to get back to England as soon as possible. I was over there a couple years ago for tip tours in 2013 and 14, and I freaking loved it there, and I didn't want to leave.
Yeah, man. Let me know when you come to Birmingham. I'll take you around.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting up a little bit, and the support means the world to me.
No, man. Honestly, it means a lot that you've had me on. So thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun.
So for the people that are gonna watch this interview later, where can they find your music at?
So you can find us on all streaming platforms worldwide, but in particular, we're on Spotify, Apple Music. You can download on iTunes. Yeah, but we're on all streaming platforms.
Do what the man said. Go to the websites, listen to the music, buy merch, support local music. Love what you guys are doing. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Of course, anytime. We'll chat soon. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care.
Peace.
Bye.